At every singles event, it's all women.
Yeah. That's exactly
I don't want to do them anymore because it's so hard to get men to sign up. And I had one a few weeks ago, and one of the guys was like, please do this again. This was awesome. I'm like, I will do it again if you promise, like, get friends to come. Like, it's so hard to get guys to sign up. And he's like, no, why would I want more competition?
Yeah.
But why? Like, I guess both perspectives. Like, what do you think? But also as a guy. So if you told me when I was 27, hey, there's a singles event where there's going to be 20 to 25 really cool women, I'd be like, yeah, like, that's sick. Like, why would I not go? I go to the bar to meet the single woman.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I go to the singles event where they actually want to meet me too?
Yeah.
But as guys, why did we never go to them?
Yeah, doesn't it take away like the thing of rejection? Like,
well, my perspective was this. I feel like guys are super sensitive to get rejected, and when you go to a singles event, there's an expectation that you should hook up or you should like meet somebody.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's like, oh well, you got rejected. And maybe if you hit on somebody there and they don't like you, it's very in your face.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get rejected at a bar, it's so like sugar coated and it's so like
kind of disappears.
You can disappear or like just pretend like something happened. You could hide.
I think you're also missing the point of if a guy gets rejected at singles events and then he tries to go talk to another girl, they're like, oh, he just got rejected by her. I don't want him. And all of the women are going to be saying the same thing. So effectively, if I got rejected by one, then I'm getting rejected by all of them because, ew, why did you go talk to her and not me first? I'm just trying to find somebody to talk to. My God.
What the are you guys' problems? It seems like nobody wants to have their early 2000s rom-com moments anymore and go on dates. Why is nobody falling in love like the early 2000s anymore? Excuse me. Get over yourself and take that girl out on a coffee date. You can take her out for drinks, but it needs to be McLaren's, or it needs to be like another similar atmosphere with all of your buddies from college. What do you mean nobody wants to be like, everything is gonna be alright? No, get your ass up. It seems like nobody wants to work anymore. It seems like nobody wants to be in their Meet Virginia moment anymore. Whatever issues you have, you need to work through. Pull yourself up. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps and ask that girl out.
I actually don't hear a lot of people talking about how different breakups feel when you start dating like higher echelon men and higher value men. Like when you're dating like an average guy or even like a below average guy, you guys break up and like there's shit you can hate on. You can think like, wow, he was a loser, he like was a bum, he had no drive in his life, he didn't have a job, he was a horrible boyfriend, whatever. But when you date upper level men and then have to go through breakups with them, you can't say any of that. The guy you were dating was educated, made lots of money, had an amazing job, took care of himself, looks good, is tall, etc., and has lots of options. Like there's nothing you can attack for your own ego. And on top of that, a lot of people in breakups love to be like, well, they're gonna regret that. They're gonna regret fumbling me. But when you're dating higher value men, they probably won't, because they can replace you like that. So yeah, I've raised my standard and I'm dating like way better guys now, but going through breakups with them is not for the weak.
Take me out of men hating TikTok. I don't want to be here. Like, how did I get here? I still don't hate men.
Women, what's up with the thing when it says a man made this, what did woman make? And then women reply back, we made men. Well, the thing about it is, okay, you made men with men. But not only that, since we're so proud that we made men, we should be proud when they are women, when they mistreat women, when they do all of these things. We need to take accountability for that too, because not only did we make men, we raised them. Good day.
Why are the men still doing the errands today? 7:30 a.m. on Father's Day, and I just pulled up to Vaughn's to get some last minute things because we're hosting this year, and we gotta do better, moms. On Mother's Day, the grocery store is absolutely packed with fathers, right? On Father's Day, I only see fathers here at the grocery store. Like, I want to show you guys how many dads are out here. I want to put the camera on them. It's embarrassing. I have gone through every single aisle, and I have not seen one woman. Father's Day, fathers should be at home chilling, and mom should be doing all the last minute errand runnings.
Oh, he didn't even give me anything. We had to plan something for ourselves, me, my mom, and my sister. Oh, I'm so sorry. What happened to the men that just... What happened to the men that just yearned? And ain't at the store getting nothing for no man.
Okay, let's get ready for a third date. I'm not crying because I don't want to go. I'm tired and I'm overwhelmed. I just went through the ringer with my feral cat and I'm 42 and I'm trying to find a partner. This is so dumb. I'm just going to his house for dinner. It's with glasses. We still haven't kissed and I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. I think he's just shy. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous about it, to be honest, because I just don't have a lot of energy. And I feel like on a lot of these dates, I just have to carry so much of the conversation, like all of this enthusiasm. And I know I don't have to do that, but I just don't have the energy for like hair and makeup and razzle dazzle. I'm just gonna show up as I am. And I hope it goes well, and if it doesn't, then it's fine. Then it's just not meant to be. I don't have the energy to like film my getting ready part, but I will show you the before and after, and I promise I won't look like this anymore.
Okay, I'm feeling better now. I did light makeup. I'm doing the simplest outfit of all time. We're just going, he's making me dinner, so I'm just showing up like this. Low pressure, low stakes, feeling better. Can't wait to go home to my cat. I'm taking you with me. I will definitely be following up as soon as I leave. Mwah.
Looks great. Looks fantastic. You could have gone the other way in sweats and a sweatshirt. I think you'd have been just fine with that. You're going to a movie, he's going to make you dinner. Y'all are going to be chilling out. That's what he's expecting. That's it. Men are simple.
Another thing I would do, because I didn't like sharing my dad, is between like the ages of like 4 and 7, when I would see him, he would sometimes introduce me to girls, and there would always be a brief moment where I'd be left alone with this girlfriend to kind of see like if I liked her, if we vibed, if it was cool or whatever, and then he would always ask me afterwards if I liked the girl. So what I started doing, not because I didn't like them, but just because I wanted my dad not to have a girlfriend, I would call them by a different name, even though I knew their name, and I would say, oh yeah, Jessica, blah, blah, blah. And they'd be like, oh no, my name is so-and-so, like Marissa or something. And I'd be like, oh, sorry, that's my dad's other girlfriend's name. And she'd be like, other girlfriend? And for that one, they'd always be like, other girlfriend? And I'd be like, yeah, my dad has lots of girlfriends. And then they'd break up. I would have my dad to myself. He's married now though, so it's fine.
You know, I can't even be mad at this. You got to do what you got to do to keep your dad.
If a man doesn't have the capacity to be the complete breadwinner, and you see that this man is a good man and you love him and it's a good man, Savannah, then I say have that conversation that says, well, baby, what does that dynamic look like? And you structure that according to what works for you and him. I think that's perfectly fine. If this man has the capacity to pay for everything and he's like, yo, I just don't want to do it, that's a red flag. Yeah. And let's hold space for the women who like to take care of men. I'm not her. But you hold space for them. I hold space for them because, listen, I'm pro-woman empowerment no matter what you do. Yeah. But if that's who you are as well, and taking care of a man does that for you, I also say run that play. Mm-hmm. Just don't throw the ball my way. Yeah. Keep me out of there.
You know, this good man Savannah stuff really gets on my nerves. Because it makes it seem like you're settling. Oh, he's a good man, Savannah. Give him a chance. Give me a chance? I have a stable job. I'm making money. I have a house. I don't have any kids. I'm paying my bills. I don't have any trouble. Me taking on you and what you got going on would actually decrease my life on paper. Now, if you come in and you provide for me things that I can use, fantastic. But as it stands, y'all make it seem like I should be so grateful to be taken by you. Come on, God. Come on.
Speak to the women who walk around with their chest puffed out shouting how they don't need a man.
They ain't masculine, and that's why they don't have no good man. And because they think they want a masculine man, but what they really need is a feminine man, and they really need to get rid of all that ego and come back to earth and realize that, you know, show me one beautiful, striking person and I'll show you another one who's sick and tired of them. As the saying goes, come back to earth. You know, some people just really be out here living in Delulu land. Like, you really aren't as dope as you think you are. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I really feel like the biggest lie that women tell themselves is that they have all of these options, but they don't. Social media is like really destroying women for real.
My entire For You page is about like
how you should end up with the nice guy and all this stuff, and I agree. You guys are making the nice guy seem like such a loser. You should want the nice guy because, why am I not talking about this? They know what's going on in the sheets. What Sabrina Carpenter is talking about, that's what the nice guys do. The other guy who like doesn't text you or whatever is waiting for you to do that to him. So
it has been so long since I have been on a date or like a first date that I'm wondering, like, are people even going on dates anymore? Like, what are you guys doing? What are we doing? Is it just me, or are people just like not dating at all? And if anybody ever asked me on a date, even if I liked them a lot, I would have to say no, because I have not been on a, how do you even go on a date?
A dude in the comments said, how do you have over 1 million followers and not have a date? That's very simple. A lot of, well, you know, to be fair, there might be a level of intimidation there for some of the guys. And so I'm not approaching you because you're really big. You have a lot of followers. So to be fair, I'll throw that in there. But then there's also, I have 1 million followers on TikTok. I'm not going to be dating a bum. You have 3,000 followers. Why would I want to be with you? You've got to cut. Since you aren't social proofed, you got to prove to me that you can hold this. You got to prove to me that you're able to handle me and my 1 million followers. Because if you're not, this beehive is going to come after you, bud. Shut up.
I love that you guys are out here still claiming that women need to have low body counts while you guys have high and are praised for having high body counts. And you don't want us to have previous trauma, but you guys are causing trauma to women, so make it make sense.
I mean, you ask the guy what he wanted. He tells you what he wants, and then you shame him for it. This is what another guy in the comments said. The guy says his opinion, and you generalize and shame him for his own opinion. You don't know him, nor do you know if he ever caused trauma to a woman. Thank you for your feminism. God talk. You don't even know the guy.
Another thing I would do, because I didn't like sharing my dad, is between like the ages of like 4 and 7, when I would see him, he would sometimes introduce me to girls, and there would always be a brief moment where I'd be left alone with his girlfriend to kind of see like if I liked her, if we vibed, if it was cool or whatever, and then he would always ask me afterwards if I liked the girl. So what I started doing, not because I didn't like them, but just because I wanted my dad not to have a girlfriend, I would call them by a different name even though I knew their name, and I would say, oh yeah, Jessica, blah blah blah, and they'd be like, oh no, my name is so and so, like Marissa or something, and I'd be like, oh sorry, that's my dad's other girlfriend's name, and she'd be like, other girlfriend, you know, for that one they'd always be like, other girlfriend, and I'd be like, yeah, my dad has lots of girlfriends, and then they'd break up. I would have my dad to myself. He's married now though, so it's fine.
A woman in the comments said, God will humble you if you don't stop thinking that way.
45% of Gen Z men believe that we've gone so far in promoting women's equality that we're now discriminating against men. I'm Rachel, I post daily about gender equality. Follow Fair Share Home for more.
Because y'all be so quick to call these men who actually trying, not the deadbeat ones, who's actually trying to take care of their kids and do right by their kids. Y'all be so busy giving them a hard time and making their life miserable, but they can financially and mentally provide for these kids. If they take all of the government assistance away from you, can you do the same without the help? And the answer for a lot of women is no. You can't. You can't sustain your livelihood without the government's assistance. So instead of you acknowledging that, allowing this man to help you raise your children or your child outside of finance, outside from the financial aspect of it, allowing him to help raise a child, not provide financially for the child, help raise the child. You rather do it all by yourself because of what? What, you gonna get some extra brownie points for it? What, you want the bragging rights that my baby daddy don't da 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 da? What, like what's up? Make it make sense, because it's not making no kind of sense to me.
First of all, stop calling me a female because that's not disrespectful. I don't want to be called anything with a man in it or a male or nothing like that. Okay? Don't call me a female no more. Call me a woman.
Bare minimum or king treatment. Keeping husbands clothes in perfect order, bare minimum. But if you are not married, king treatment. Listening to his work stories, bare minimum. Creating silence when he's resting, bare minimum. Serving husband tea and coffee at work, bare minimum. Cooking his favorite dishes, bare minimum. But making bread and desserts by hands, king treatment. Follow Gurmanova for more videos about Slavic women. Princess treatment already on the channel.
Can someone please explain to me why you can have a women's empowerment page or a women's rights page, but if you are to have a men's rights page or a men's empowerment page, then you are looked at like you are the devil? Why is that? Can someone explain this to me?
Listening to music as a Christian. As a what? Huh? What are you hosting Bible studies on there? With the cross right behind you. That's crazy. You know, being a Christian means you can't go online acting like a...
Stop talking about women who make corn. Okay? Stop talking about women who work in that industry because for one, women see you do that and they respect you less. They want to be with you less, right? And for two, these are some of the most intelligent, business savvy, and socially conscious people that I've ever personally met in my life. Genuinely. You think that they're in the industry because they want male attention, but the truth is they're so hot that they were gonna get the male attention anyway, and they figured out how to monetize it, right? They figured out how to get the bag. These are women that deserve our respect.
Personally, I don't think I've ever seen this level of cope. Not even from some of these young ladies out here.
The WNBA is literally welfare for tall lesbians. It is literally welfare for tall lesbians. A bunch of the players are in the news right now for talking about how they want to earn their fair share. If it were fair, they would be paying. They would be paying the league. The WNBA hasn't turned a profit since their inception in 1996. That's crazy. So if things were fair, the NBA wouldn't be subsidizing them. The players would actually owe money. Also, you just know like once a month, that locker room's so scary. They're totally cycling together. And some of the players are threatening to not play until they're paid more. Like, well, no, your fan will be devastated. Don't threaten me with a good time. Honestly, if that doesn't happen, I will contribute to a fund for them to not play anymore. Put us out of our misery.
Gay for a man to fall asleep in the front seat while his homeboy driving? Okay, I thought it was too. Thank you.
Sunny days. Everybody loves them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Storms will come. This we know for sure. Can you stand?
Do you think a man should ever tell a female how to dress?
What I've seen here tonight? Hell yeah. Hell no! Hell no! Hell yeah!
Why'd you say that?
Because, would you wear that to church?
I do. I go to church in my living room. Damn it, I wear what I want.
But in a brick and mortar? Hell no. Hell no. So yeah, you do tell a woman what she need to be wearing when she leave the house. Just say it. Just say it. I just say it.
What? Ain't no man telling me what to put on, and I'm married.
I hate when people talk about black women being obese. I hate it. Because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
A dude in the comments said, she ate everything. She ate everything. She ate everything but accountability. Another dude said, if racism had peanut butter on it, she'd eat that too. Oh, God. I mean, you're walking right into that one at this point.
I know that this one is really going to tick some people off. It's going to trigger somebody out there, and I get it. But at the end of the day, it needs to be said. And it needs to be said because we as a society, for some reason, are missing the mark on this. It continues to happen. Ladies, if you're in a relationship with a man who shows any I mean, even the smallest of anger, aggression, a loss of control, like he sees red, any of those things, please learn how to do this until you can do this. Okay? I need y'all to learn how to, okay? Because here's the thing. There's no excuse for a man flipping off and putting his hands on anybody, for a woman flipping off and putting her hands on anybody. But let's keep it on task. At the end of the day, a man is more likely than not capable of inflicting a lot of pain or damage on a female. It's just the reality. Argue with somebody else, not me. So since we know that, and since y'all ladies, we know that we can trigger with our words. I mean, y'all grow up mastering the skill, and then you get into relationships and you think that you can bend men to your will by using lashings of your tongue and striking below the belt. And I'm here to tell you, these men these days, they are built different. Okay. So we just saw yet again another female who was taken out by a man who she was verbally provoking. She didn't put her hands on him. She didn't do any of that. But verbally, she pushed him too far. Is he at fault? 1,000%. There's no one else to blame for his actions but him. But at the end of the day, who you gonna argue with when you're not here? So again, I say, please, when you see these signs of aggression in your partner, walk away. Walk away early. I'm not saying wait until you get married. Why are you marrying somebody with anger issues? Walk away. And if you are in a relationship with somebody, when you figure out that they have aggression issues, I'm gonna need you to again learn how to, because this power play that y'all are doing, where I'm gonna verbally lash you, I'm gonna assault you with my tongue, I'm gonna emasculate you, I'm gonna make you feel less than. You don't know what is going on in somebody's mind. And too often, people are willing to cross that line because they have been pushed too far. So stop.
Okay, so I have this situationship that I've had for the past 3 or 4 years. Like on and off, like we'll go and date other people, or like we just won't talk for a little while. And I've talked about him on here before. And the last time we met up, I got in a car crash afterwards, and I really did think that that was like the universe being like, Hannah, don't hang out with him anymore. Well, I'm just not in a phase of my life to have like a situationship anymore. Like it just isn't, that's not my thing at the moment. But we also have like this cosmic connection. Like I can't even, it sounds so stupid, but it's like we're very connected. Does that even make sense? Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like I don't even know. It's like we love each other, but not like in a romantic way. It's like, I don't know. And like we're not like compatible dating wise. We're just not. And also he's Jewish, like very Jewish, and I am not Jewish. So like that doesn't make sense for him to date me, because he does not want to marry a non-Jewish woman, or even like someone that like converts. Like that's not, I don't know. And that used to make me angry. I would be like, I don't really care anymore. But like, so he reached out to me last night and he was like, hey, like I miss you. And I was like, I miss you too, but it just doesn't make sense for us to like go on like this, you know? I was like, we could be friends. And we always say that, but it never worked. And he was like, yeah, like come over tomorrow and like I'll make you dinner and like we can just like do our normal things. And like, and I was like, we're not doing that. And he was like, no, we're not gonna do that. And it's not even like talks. I don't even know how to explain this. I feel like the girlies will get it. Like you guys are gonna get it. Like it's just someone that like, we're always like intertwined. I don't know what it is. And we're just not compatible. And like, I don't know. But we also can't stay apart. I don't know.
Let's keep it a buck. That man didn't put it down on you, and now you're not trying to let it go. That's it. You in a situationship, 20 years from now, you're going to be like, I should have wasted my good years on him. Where are all the good men at? Come scoop me.
A man will really sit there brokest, bummiest, no money, no motion, no...
And then the girl be over here going to the gym, eating right, staying in shape, looking good, multiple sources of income, and still letting it crack. You still letting him hit. You still giving him a chance. And then the bum, right? Like you said, you letting bums hit. That's what you doing. You letting bums hit. You like bums.
Friendly reminder, just because he takes you out on a bunch of dates and does all this cute boyfriend stuff for you does not mean you guys are dating. Just letting you know.
Once again, the men in your friend zone could have told you that.
And if everybody stealing and stuff, I don't.
But how do y'all figure out how to price it? Like, what's the prices? Like, how do you price yourself? Like, how do you price yourself? Like, do you just wake up one day and be like, oh yeah, today $2.50 for an hour? Or today $50, today $40, because where that whole $40 come from? Do y'all be charging $40 for real? You telling me I can go buy that $40? Because if I can go buy some for $40, I'm finna call me Fathom, because I'm finna start a ring today and get paid. If y'all charging $40, I can buy y'all out today and we can do some stuff. Like, literally, we could really form a group now that I think about it, and I could be the next madam in Atlanta, and like, we could really do it. Like, if y'all really selling it for $40, y'all can come to me, because I could be the what would I call myself though? Like, well, who would I be? I don't know, but I think I'm on to something. Like, would I be a pimp? Would I be a pimp if I pimp? I think I found a new summer side hustle, if you be. I don't know.
Seems like basic economics here. Whatever the market is willing to pay for it, then that's what it is. You guys don't look great, so you're not gonna get paid a whole lot.
What the does that mean? I don't get why I'm still single. I don't get it. I'm a catch. What is going on in my life where I don't have a man? Or are my standards too high? Do I box myself in a corner all the time? Like, nowadays, men today want to be chased. What happened to masculinity? What happened to chivalry? What happened to men courting women? What happened to that?
As a fellow man, the reason why you might be single is because you're dating men that actually don't like you. So I need you to understand one thing. There's a difference between dating and courting. And there's men out there who like to date. And if you're not holding these men accountable that you're trying to entertain, that you're looking for courtship, unfortunately, they will get away with a lot if you don't sit there and nip that in the bud. See, I need you to understand one thing. When a man is trying to court you, he's going to come correct the first time around. He's not going to come with nothing but clarity. He's not going to be the ruler of confusion. He's going to text you, call you. He's going to be there for you. But you would rather deal with a man possibly who is not going to hit you up in 3 days, or a man that is not going to set up any dates. We can't date off of potential. We have to date off of who people are the first time around. But see, the problem as men and women, we tend to date people that we only like, but people that don't like us. See, we go after our type and don't realize that our type is the reason why we remain single. Because our type doesn't really exist. It's just a fantasy in our mind. There's probably a lot of men out there that like you, that probably genuinely want to court you. You're a beautiful woman. Like you say, you're the catch, but you can only be the catch for somebody who wants to actually catch you. Because if you give yourself to the wrong person, they will take advantage of you. Because you will have a lot to offer. Because I need you to understand that people may want you, but they may not want you for a lifetime. They may want you for your energy. They may want you for your body. So if you carry yourself the right way and put yourself in positions to be caught by the right man, I truly believe that everything will work out in your favor. You got this.
A lot of people, a lot of times, like to say it's a numbers game. It's luck, but it really isn't. You're looking intently, because that's how success works a lot of time. You're looking intently for something. You're hunting for it. You're hunt. And I'm patient about it. I'm intentional. That doesn't mean I don't have fun, but I'm patient about what I'm looking for. I'm focused on what I'm looking for, and I know what I'm looking for, and I won't accept anything else from that. You're looking, okay, I've nailed down what I need. I've nailed down how I'm going to get it there. And what makes it different from what these women are saying is like, oh, well, now you're telling me I'm looking for a man. I'm willing to wait 6'1", 6-pack, 6 inches, 6 figures, whatever it is. I'm looking for that. No, you are not looking for the necessities in a man. That's why you're not finding anybody. You can find the same man making 6 figures that's 5'9" and be just fine. You're not looking for important stuff. You're looking for novelties. And if everybody is looking for something that's novel and it's rare, y'all are not going to find it. What you need to start looking for is, oh, these women are going for 6 feet. Let me find somebody that might be a little under 6 feet. Oh, all of these women are looking for somebody that is making over 6 figures. Let me go look for somebody that is successful. He's stable. He's good financially. He's got relatively good credit. Maybe it's not perfect, but relatively good credit. He has a stable home, stable family, stable life, good fella, community people. They know him. I'm looking for that guy. And then you jump on board with him, and then he tells you, well, my plan is X, Y, and Z, and he starts to spill it. And then y'all go in the same direction, and y'all build it. All of a sudden, those women that were looking for that 6-figure man, y'all pass them right up. And they're asking you the question, how did you find this guy? This guy loves you. He's obsessed with you. Why can't I find a guy like that? Because I intentionally looked for that person. I asked questions, I observed, I was patient, and the opportunity came to me. Y'all trying to run in front of the line. Where are the men? Where are the men that I want? Where are the generous men? Where are the rich men? Where are the chivalrous men? Where are they at? I'm looking for them. Why they not chasing me? Because they don't want you. They done already passed a woman like you up. A woman like you didn't want him back in the day. So he recognized you and passed you straight up. I don't want that. I'm not going to chase that. You're going to chase me, and you're going to be happy about it. And you put yourself in that position because you just want what you want, and you're not doing the right thing when it comes to looking for men.
I love when other females comment, it is not our job to maintain him. He has to maintain himself inside the marriage. Must have morals and integrity. Cheating is a character flaw. Just because married doesn't mean it all ends. He must continue, and then she said, to date the female. So again, you're putting all of the blame on the man. You're saying if he's not doing all of this, I'm taking away this, right? Is that I'm asking truly, because that's what it looks like. It looks like you're blaming the man for a relationship failure. When in all actuality, most men, most really good men, continue to try. Even though, you know, you have kids, you get married, you get in a routine of going to work, paying bills, you know, focus on kids, cleaning the house, yada, yada. I understand that you get in a rut routine of the daily, but it takes two people to contribute to it. And I'm pretty sure he's still trying to be intimate with his wife. He's still trying to show her he loves her. And it's not only after he gets shut down time and time and time again. I'm too tired. I was with the kids all day. I did this. I did that. Meanwhile, he busted his ass for 16 hours, blue collar man, for the family to pay all the bills so she could stay at home and do those things. And I'm not saying those things aren't hard, because I was a single parent for 3 years, and I brought in 2 incomes on my own and took care of a house on my own. So I'm not saying that it's an easy task to do the at-home stuff. I'm saying both people are contributing into this core relationship. And he's the one still trying to be intimate, and you're the one, because we hold the power. Remember, we hold the power. If we don't say yes, they don't get it. And I'm not talking about rape incidents. I'm talking about regular, mutual, consent here. So we hold the power. So when he continuously tries to be intimate with us, and he continuously tries to approach us and do those things for us, and we're constantly saying, no, my stomach hurts, no, I'm too tired, no, I got a headache, no, 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 no. Do you know what that does to a man's mental? Of course he's going to check out mentally. He's going to check out mentally. He's going to stop doing things in the house. He's going to disconnect from that family dynamic completely, and he's just going to run on autopilot. I got a phone call. He's just going to run on autopilot. He's going to show up. He's going to pay the bills. He's going to do the thing. He's going to do the bare minimum, because he's been told no so many times by the woman that he loves, committed his life to, and now he can no longer be intimate with her, which is like the only reason why he, you know, like, a man's not going to marry a woman without intimacy. It's not happening. It's not happening. Not any abled person that is healthy and able to have intimacy is not going to marry somebody that doesn't want it. That's just... I got another phone call, so I'm going to try to wrap this up quick. Point being, a man will wait a really long time before he decides to step out. It is the woman that breaks him down so bad mentally before he gets to that point. A good man. I'm not talking about the habitual cheaters that you start dating and they trick you and they're this other... I have a client calling me repeatedly, so it's not going to stop until I stop. So anyway, that's what I'm talking about. This is a problem. You're part of the problem. Men are not always the whole issue, and that's what I'm saying.
Guy in the comments said, intimacy runs out the door the moment that ring slides on the finger. Yikes. Another dude said, it's hard to maintain a healthy relationship when your love for that man is conditional. Wow. Another dude signed up for monogamy, not celibacy. If someone's hungry and can only eat at home, but you starve them, what do you think is going to happen? You think they're going to turn down a meal somewhere else? Very good point. And last comment here, last one I'll read. Absolutely. I used to get my wife flowers at least once a week, take her to dinner, etc. But after being rejected repeatedly over a couple of years, I gave up trying to please her. Some of these ladies, man, they making it real hard to love them.
So I was talking to my friends the other day, actually, about a video that we posted the other day about having a man that is, if he wanted to, he would, right? And how to respond as the woman. So if you haven't watched that video, go watch that video. But basically, I talked about having a man that would, show up and do things all the time, and how I had to learn how to show up for him, right? And so the question was, well, how do you show up for him? For me, and this is just my example of just one of many examples of him showing up for me and how you get past this, basically. So hear me out. So he bought me a Kindle Scribe one day. I came home, I had a hard day from work. I had my bubble bath run, the candles was lit, the little table was across there, and my Kindle Scribe was sitting there set up, ready to go. Over time, I think I had it for a couple of months. The Kindle Scribe decided that it didn't want to work right no more. Ultimately, we ended up sending it back. I didn't have a Kindle for a little while, and I was sad. So then he replaced my Kindle Scribe with a Kindle Paperwhite. So I had my little Paperwhite. I hadn't got it all cute and decorated, and I loved it. And a week later, literally a week after I got it, I lost it. I left it at a bounce house or something. I don't know. It disappeared and it was gone. So once again, I was sad and just pitiful because I love to read. That is my thing. I like reading. So don't have my Kindle Scribe. It's gone. Don't have my Paperwhite. It's gone. I'm sad. And a couple of weeks later, I had been looking at the iPad mini and just looking like, man, I want it. I don't really want to spend $500 on this thing, $400 or $500, however much it was. I don't want to spend this on this thing. So I'm going on about my business, living life, just accepting that it's going to be a Kindle on my phone type of life. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It works just fine. I'm out and about. I think it was nail day. So I had gone to get my nails done. I get a text from this man like, hey, go swing by Best Buy and pick something up. Lo and behold, it's an iPad mini. So I said all of this to say he's always doing for me to make me happy, not just material things, just in general. This was just my example. But for me, right, I make decent money. Please don't get me wrong. But I can't just go and drop $500 on something. It's just not, it's not in me. I'm gonna say it like that. It's not that I probably can't. I just don't like spending that kind of money. For him, the things that he likes, the material things that he likes, they're expensive. They cost a lot of money, thousands of dollars. And I can't just go and spend thousands of dollars. And most people can't just go and drop $2,000, $3,000 on something just because it will make someone's day, right? So I have tried to find things that mean more than monetary things. Because again, even though he buys me nice things, those are not the only things that he does for me. He's also taking care of me emotionally, physically, and things like that. So for me, one of the things that I make sure that is done, he works 13-hour days. He's standing up on his feet all day. When he comes home from work, dinner is warmed up. It's in the oven waiting for him. He comes home, he takes his shower. When I hear that shower go off, I go and get his food because he eats upstairs in the room. I set up his table. He's got his food. He got his water. And I might massage his feet because that man been standing up for 13 hours. I can sit down for 20 or 30 minutes and massage his feet while he eats his dinner, right? I know the things that he likes to eat. I might just pop out to the farmer's market and grab those ingredients and make a meal that I know that is catered to his taste. He loves a good yam. That's his thing. He will eat it with everything. So I have perfected my yam recipe. It's bomb. He loves it, right? Just those small things, right? I know you got to go to work for the next 2 days. I'm going to grab your scrubs. They have been washed. They have been dry. I'm going to iron them and fold them up so they are there and they're easily accessible. Just finding those small things that make your partner's life a little bit better that show your intention behind it, that show that, hey, I see that this would help you and I want to do this extra thing for you. That's all it takes sometimes. It doesn't have to cost $500 or $600. It doesn't have to be this whole big extravagant thing. It might be that, you know what, tonight I set up a palette and I'm gonna give you a full body massage oil, stones, light music, all of those things. Just something to show that you care. That's it. That's all.
And a lot of men will love this because it's, like she said, like the material things, but this is something to where you're actually catering to the man. Giving him a massage for his feet after he's been on his feet all day for 13 hours. Huge. Bringing his food to him so he doesn't have to make a decision on what to eat. Huge, huge, huge stuff. And men are saying, hey, just like y'all want us to take over and make decisions, we want y'all to do the same thing sometimes. But of course, a lot of times when men express this, there's a lot of ladies out there that call them sassy.